What if I told you that the average wholesale deal puts about $10,000 in your pocket? And what if I told you that doing your first deal isn't nearly as complicated as most people make it out to be? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 simple steps to start wholesaling real estate, and I'm going to give you all the resources you need for free. Now, if you follow what I share, you know exactly what to do to get started and actually close your first deal. All that and more coming up.
This video is brought to you by 10K Club, a program that pays you $10,000 for finding ugly houses. Learn more at my10kcheck.com.
If you're new here, my name is Jerry Norton. I've been wholesaling and flipping houses now for over 20 years, and I've been teaching others like you how to do the same for almost as long. And I know it can be overwhelming in the beginning when you first get started. Now, in this video, I'm going to strip it down and make it as simple as possible so you know exactly what to do. The first step is simple in theory, but it's where most new investors get tripped up. You've got to find distressed properties every single day. Put simply, ugly houses. I'm talking about properties that are in original condition or visibly need a lot of work. Peeling paint, overgrown yards, broken windows, tarps on the roof, neglected properties that stick out like a sore thumb. Now, why is that step one? Because those are the homes most likely owned by what we call motivated sellers. A motivated seller is someone who desperately needs to sell the property and will gladly sell it to you or me at a steep discount. These are property owners that don't have the money, the time, or the energy to fix up these distressed properties. Usually they're going through some sort of financial stress or life circumstances where they have urgency to get rid of these unwanted properties. And just to put this in perspective, how big this opportunity is, PropWire.com, which provides free distressed seller data, has over 157 million properties nationwide. And all you need is a few every month to make over 6 figures a year and build a solid business. So how do you find these ugly houses every day? You can do it the old-fashioned way like I did when I got started and drive around in your neighborhoods looking for neglected, vacant, or abandoned houses. We call that driving for dollars. Or you could use free sites like PropWire.com. On PropWire, you can download 10,000 distressed property owners per month for free. Now, if you're consistent, there's no excuse for you not to be able to find ugly houses every single day. But you need more than just an address. You need to be able to contact the sellers. This requires getting their phone numbers. We call that skip tracing, and there are some free services out there that are okay, but remember, having the right data is critical. Wholesaling is a numbers game, and you don't want to waste your time chasing dead ends. Most paid skip tracing providers charge around 10 cents per skip trace phone number, but there are bulk packages you can get that will save you a ton of money. For example, PropWire.com has a membership program where you get 10,000 skip trace addresses for only $119 a month. That's like a penny per phone number. Now to check that out, just go to PropWireGold.com. A good skip trace provider saves you hours of frustration and gets you directly in front of sellers, which takes us to step 2. This is where the magic happens. Step 2 is where you pick up the phone and you call the property owner. Now, I know that may sound scary at first, but it's the single most important action in this business. Never forget, success in wholesaling comes down to one thing: having quality conversations with motivated sellers every single day. The more quality conversations you have with motivated sellers, the more deals you'll do. It really is that simple. Now, don't overthink it. Every conversation really comes down to 4 things, what I call the 4 pillars. 1, the condition of the property. 2, their timeline to sell. 3, their motivation for selling. And 4, the price. That's it. If you can uncover those 4 things, you're in the money. And don't worry, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. After talking to thousands of sellers over the past 20 years, no one is better, and I'll give you my scripts that I use for free. I'll put the download link in the description below this video. Now, here's the hard part, and where I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. Not every person you talk to is going to say yes. I know, shocker, right? It's a numbers game, and if you understand the math, you'll know what to expect. Then it comes down to you putting in the reps. So here's what to expect. If you talk to 200 property owners, you'll get about 20 solid or warm leads. And from those 20 warm leads, about 1 will turn into a deal. And remember, the average wholesale deal nationwide is about $10,000. So if you wholesale 1 deal a month, That's $120,000 a year. All it takes is talking to about 10 people a day. That's it. Once you have a motivated seller, step 3 is to make a cash offer. Now, most people teach a complicated formula where you have to look at comps in the neighborhood and you have to estimate repairs. But look, you can skip all of that. I developed a revolutionary offer calculator that takes away all the guesswork. All you need to know is the address, and my calculator will tell you exactly what price to offer with your built-in wholesale profit. Now, I did a video that explains how to use my offer calculator and how to download it for free. I'll put those links in the description below this video as well. Once the seller and you agree on price, step 4 is to execute a written agreement. Now, it's not a deal unless you get it in writing. And don't worry, I'll give you my proven contracts that I use with sellers as well for free. I even did a video where I show exactly how to fill out the paperwork, and I'll put those links below as well for you. And finally, step 5 is to find a cash buyer. Now, this is a local investor who is actively looking and buying properties to fix up or rent out that has the cash or access to cash to buy your deal. Now, the easiest way to find a cash buyer is to join the local investor groups on Facebook and post the details about your deal. And remember, you're selling your contract, not the property. So once you find a buyer who wants your deal, you'll execute an agreement called an assignment of contract. Now, that buyer will step in and buy the property directly with the seller, and you'll get paid the difference. So if you get a deal for $150,000 and your buyer agrees to pay $160,000 at the closing, you'll make $10,000. And I'll also give you my assignment agreement for free. Download link in the description below. But there is an even easier way once you get a good deal. I'll be your buyer. I have access to capital. I'm looking for good deals. And for every deal that meets my criteria, I'll pay you $10,000. Now, if that sounds exciting, go to my10kcheck.com to register for a free training to get all the details. So let's recap. Step 1, find distressed properties. Step 2, talk to sellers. Step 3, make a cash offer. Step 4, get it in writing. And step 5, assign your contract to a cash buyer. And don't forget, all the links to the free resources are in the description below this video. All I ask in return is you leave a comment and say, "Thanks, Jerry, you are a flipping genius." Now, more than anything, the point of this video is to give you a big picture overview of wholesaling, but obviously there is a lot more that goes into it. So if you're really serious about wholesaling, I put together a detailed 5-part video series masterclass. It's about 3.5 hours total. It's free, and it goes into detail about how to get your first deal and then go on to earn 6 figures a year wholesaling houses. So if you're ready to really go after this, watch that series right here, and I'll see you on the next video.